If there was one thing that the world was looking forward to, it was the highly teased tell-all interview held by Oprah Winfrey with Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. However, the entire interview ended up taking the world by storm when it revealed all sorts of hidden truths about the couple and their trying relationship with the British royal family. It is safe to say that Meghan is no longer holding back, as she took the interview as an opportunity to expose the truth to the world. Today, we are here to cover the real reason as to why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are finally speaking up against the royal family. Before we get into it, do me a favor and smash the like button, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button for notifications whenever a new video is published. Without further ado, let's dive right into the video. Meghan's claims of a suicidal lifestyle as a royal. Throughout the past few years, Prince Harry has been an individual that has no fear when it comes to openly discussing mental health, grief, and all kinds of other issues that would usually be considered taboo to be spoken by a royal. However, audiences were surprised to barely hear Meghan even touch the subject of her own mental health in public. The one instance that she did so came in the form of a 2020 article in the New York Times opinion section regarding her miscarriage. During a CBS interview broadcast on Sunday night, a revelatory moment occurred when Meghan talked about contemplating suicide while living as a member of the British royal family, with all the comforts that came with it. "I was ashamed to have admitted to Harry," she said of her suicidal thoughts. "I knew that if I didn't say it, I would do it. I just didn't want to be alive anymore." Meghan tried to take initiative to get better, as she asked a senior royal regarding the possibility of seeking inpatient care. However, that particular senior ended up claiming that it would not be possible because it would not be good for the institution. The interview ended up reminding the world that when it came to the mental health challenges that they had to deal with, Harry and Meghan were definitely not afraid to talk about it in public. With all the questions that came from Oprah Winfrey, they responded as they underscored a message that they desperately wanted to share with the world. It was that in some capacity or another, Harry and Meghan would continue doing work similar to what they were doing back when they were just members of the royal family. As the interview progressed, and the world got to hear Meghan's side of the story as it navigated life in the palace, she made it apparent that Harry was the sole source of support in her life. They also confirmed that something had seeped its way into news coverage of the couple during the past year. They ended up claiming that they did not receive enough support from Harry's family when they were struggling and seeking assistance. Racist attacks from all over. Ever since Meghan appeared in the public eye from the start, it was safe to say that the tabloids had a lot of angry things to say about her, sometimes even going to racist aspects to say it. They constantly questioned her race, which the couple claimed did not make things easier for her when it came to her already shaky relationship with the royal family. The couple to this day believes that all the hate from the tabloids ended up being a factor in the royal family's decision to not grant their son, Archie, a title or provide security protection for him. Of course, as if this wasn't shocking enough as it is, Meghan also went ahead and mentioned a conversation Harry had had with a member of the royal household when she was pregnant with their firstborn. "We have in tandem the conversation of, he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born," Meghan said. Even Harry elaborated, claiming that someone in her family constantly expressed worry, asking, "What will the kids look like?" When Britain's own child minister, Vicky Ford, was asked to comment on all of this, she said in response that such comments were unacceptable. "There's absolutely no place for racism in our society," she said in an interview with Sky News. The ever-shifting relationship between Prince Harry and his father. When it came to Harry and Meghan's rather public wedding ceremony, there was one memorable moment photographed and cherished by many, and that is a picture of Harry's father, Prince Charles, walking Meghan down the aisle and Harry thanking his father. This single moment alone earned Prince Charles support from around the world, since he showed himself to be a loving father and father-in-law that spoke to Meghan when Meghan's own father did not bother showing up for her. Of course, things did not stay that way for long. It shocked the masses to hear Harry describing the relationship between them and his father deteriorating to the point where Charles was not picking up Harry's phone calls. Charles even asked Harry to put things in writing when Harry and Meghan were considering taking a step back from their positions as senior royals. Harry said that things were getting better, and that Charles was not taking his calls once again. But in his own words, "There is a lot to work through here. I feel really let down because he's been through something similar," Harry said, referring to the way the news media had handled his mother, Princess Diana. Of course, initially, Prince William was barely a subject in the interview, but When he eventually became a topic of interest, Harry was quick to say that their relationship is space at the moment. In more than one instance, Harry and Meghan took the time to draw distinctions between the Queen and the rest of the royal family. They spoke of stories where they interacted with her during their time in London, and after stepping back from their roles as members of the royal family. When they spoke in good heart regarding the Queen, the tone shifted significantly when it came to discussing others, especially William, his wife Kate Middleton, and Charles. Lack of protection from false narratives. The tabloids were merciless when it came to their pursuit to disregard Meghan Markle altogether. They reported stories that portrayed her to have a diva-like behavior, as she bullied her own staff. They even created stories regarding a rift that she had with her sister-in-law, Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge. However, those stories, according to Meghan, could not be further from the truth, and the royal family, who usually looks out for incidents like this, did not bother to do anything to correct these narratives. However, she eventually came to the understanding and acceptance of the fact that the royal family was willing to lie and protect other members of the family, but they weren't willing to tell the truth to protect me and my husband. Of course, Meghan had plenty of examples when it came to the tabloids' misreporting. One resonant example was the report that was regarding her own wedding, where she apparently made Kate cry before the lavish event over the bridesmaid's dress that Kate's daughter was meant to wear. In fact, Meghan said it was Kate who made her cry. Meghan revealed that Kate did reach out and apologize, and even sent her flowers. But when the tabloid reported situations like this with such inaccuracy, no member of the royal family even lifted a finger to correct the false narrative. I'm talking about things that are super artificial and inconsequential, Meghan said. But the narrative about, making Kate cry, I think was the beginning of a real character assassination. And they knew it wasn't true. She added, I thought, well, if they're not going to kill things like that, then what are we going to do? Being cut off from the family fortune. According to tradition, most members of the royal family receive a certain amount of money each year from the royal family fortune, as payment for carrying out official engagements. However, when Prince Harry introduced Meghan into the fold, it seems as though the royal family ensured that this will not be the case from the get-go. Certain members of the family even suggested that Meghan Markle should continue acting, because there wasn't enough money to pay for her. Prince Harry later commented on all of this, saying, there were some real obvious signs before we even got married that this was going to be really hard. Of course, this did not mean that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle took this sitting down. They tried their best to work with the royal family to get payment for security for them and their son, eventually even pleading with them, only to be refused every single time. However, the moment Meghan and Prince Harry moved to the United States, Harry claimed that the royal family took that as an excuse to completely stop giving them money. Harry claimed, my family literally cut me off financially. However, Oprah was as thorough as ever, as she pressed him onto the point, which caused Harry to rephrase that sentence to the first quarter of 2020. This leaves speculations whether any money came after that period, but we may never know. Either way, he decided to speak about his life in the US. I've got what my mum left me, and without that, we would not have been able to do this. However, it seems that no matter the struggles, Harry regrets nothing. He describes himself to be felt like he was trapped in his life before being with Meghan, as he explains that, without question, she saved me. We have reached the end of this video. Do you think Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will ever reconcile with the royal family? What are your thoughts on Prince Harry and Meghan moving to the US? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and before leaving, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for more notifications on our future content. With that being said, we'll see you in the next one.